In the video you're about to watch, we will teach you how to play all the games at Field Day. You're also going to learn some more information about the PTA game. Just like us all, the PTA game kids have things in common and differences. They are all superheroes with special abilities, but they are all good at different things, look different, like different things, and have different family backgrounds.
This is Harper. Harper is great at helping others. Harper's great-grandparents are from England, Ireland, and Russia. Harper loves to make people feel happy, and she wants to be a teacher when she grows up. Harper's favorite game is the potato sack race. Next, you will see how to play this game at Field Day. During every game at Field Day, your class or team will be competing against another class or team. In the potato sack race, the first person in each line will get into a potato sack and stand on the starting line. When a parent volunteer tells you to start, you will jump in the potato sack straight ahead and go around a cone. Then you will jump back, get out of the potato sack, and hand it to the next person in line. They will then do the same thing. Jump straight ahead, around the cone, and back. After your turn is over, you will sit down at the end of the line and cheer for your teammates. The first team to have every person get a chance to go round the cone and come back and sit on the ground will be the winning team. Don't forget to cheer for your teammates after your turn. If for some reason you happen to fall while you're running in the potato sack, just get back up and keep on going. See that? Being very resilient. You just get up and keep on going. And then once everybody is sitting, that will be our winning team. This is Paco. Paco is great at making positive changes. When he makes a mistake, he always fixes it. Paco's parents were both born in Mexico. Paco knows how to speak Spanish and English. Because Paco is so good at thinking of ways to fix mistakes, he wants to be an architect when he grows up. Paco's favorite game is the Server Cup Balance. He likes how you have to learn from your mistakes in this game. Next, you will see how to play this game at Field Day. During the Server Cup Balance, you and your team will line up behind the start line. A parent volunteer will give the first person in line a tray and a cup of water balanced on it. When the volunteer says start, you will walk as quickly as you can, straight ahead, while balancing the tray and cup in one hand. You will walk back to your team and give the tray and cup to the next person. You will sit down at the end of the line. Make sure to only use one hand during this game. It is okay if you drop the cup. If this happens, stop where you are, pick up the cup, and put it back on the tray. Then continue from where you stopped. A parent volunteer will fill the cup up with water if it is empty when you get it from a teammate. The winning team will be the first team to have every person get a turn and be sitting in a line. Remember to cheer your teammates on when it is not your turn. This is Amelia. Amelia is great at making sure everyone is getting along, and she's always using anti-bullying strategies. Amelia's ancestors come from many different countries in Central America, including Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, and Panama. Because Amelia is so good at keeping things peaceful, she wants to be a police officer when she grows up. Amelia's favorite game is the ball pass because everyone really needs to work together nicely. Next, you will see how to play this game at field day. During the ball pass, you and your team will line up facing each other's back with an arm's length in between you. The first person in line will get a beach ball. When the parent volunteer says start, the first person will pass the ball under their legs to the next person in line. Then each person will continue passing it under their legs to the person behind them. When it reaches the last person in line, he or she should take the ball and run to the front of the line, and everyone else should take a step back. Then it continues, each person taking the ball and passing it under their legs to the person behind them. Remember, after somebody runs to the front of the line, everyone needs to take a step back. The winning team will be the team that has had everyone had a chance to start at the front of the line. This is Philo. Philo is great at solving problems. Philo was born in Egypt and moved to America when he was 2 years old. Philo knows how to speak Arabic and English. Philo loves figuring out many different solutions to problems, so he wants to be a doctor when he grows up. Philo's favorite game is the partner ball walk because you really have to work together to figure out how to keep the ball from dropping. Next, you will see how to play this game at field day. For the partner ball walk, you and your teammates will line up 2 by 2 behind the start line. A parent volunteer will place a beach ball in between the bodies of the first 2 people in line. You cannot touch the ball with your hands, and you cannot use your hands to keep the ball from falling. Keep your arms up so you remember not to use your hands. When a parent volunteer says start, you and your partner will start to walk as quickly as you can while trying to keep the ball between your bodies. You're trying not to let the ball fall, but you cannot use your hands. You'll walk straight ahead, around a cone, and back to the start line. When you get back to the start line, you and your partner will pass the ball off to the next 2 people in line. You will then sit at the end of the line. The next 2 people in line will then start walking as quickly as they can with the ball between their bodies. It is okay if the ball drops. If this happens, you should stop where you are, pick the ball up, place it back between your bodies, and continue from where you stopped. Again, you're going to go around the cone and back to the start line. Every time a pair gets back to the start line, they pass it off to the next people in line, and they sit at the end of the line. Remember to keep your arms up so you don't use your hands to touch the ball. The winning team will be the first team to have every person get a chance and be sitting in a line. Don't forget to cheer on your teammates when it's not your turn. This is Ruby. Ruby is great at being resilient. Ruby's family comes from China. She can speak both Mandarin and English. Ruby never gives up when things are hard and tries again when she doesn't get things right. Because of this, she wants to be a scientist who finds cures for diseases when she grows up. Ruby's favorite game is the bouncy ball race because she knows you might fall off, but you have to get right back up and try again. Next, you will see how to play this game at field day. For the bouncy ball race, you and your teammates will line up behind the start line. The first person in line will get on the bouncy ball. When the parent volunteer tells you to start, you will start bouncing on the bouncy ball, straight ahead and around a cone. Then you will bounce back to the start line and hand it to the next person in line. You will then sit at the end of the line. This will continue until everyone has had a chance to go. It is okay if you fall off the bouncy ball. If this happens, just be resilient, get back on, and continue. The winning team will be the first team that has everyone get a chance to go, come back to the starting line, and be sitting in a line. Remember to cheer on your teammates when it is not your turn. This is Lamar. Lamar is a great leader. His grandparents were born in Kenya. Lamar always tries to make good choices, follow rules, and be a good role model. He wants to be President of the United States when he grows up. Lamar's favorite game is the bucket pass because everyone has to work together and help each other. Next, you will see how to play this game at Field Day. For the bucket pass, you and your teammates will line up in between a pool and a pail. You will be facing another team. The person closest to the pool will be given a bucket with holes in it. When the parent volunteer tells you to start, the person with the bucket should scoop it into the pool, filling it with water. He or she should then pass it down the line until it reaches the last person in line. That person will empty any remaining water into the pail. He will then run to the front of the line behind the team and then scoop the pail into the water and start again. You will continue passing the bucket down the line and emptying any remaining water into the pail. Remember to run behind your team. Remember, there are holes in the bucket, so as you're passing it down the line, the water will be pouring all over you. I hope you're ready to get wet. Your team will continue to play the game until a parent volunteer tells you to stop. The team that wins will be the one with the most water in their pail. And of course, all the PT Gang kids love the water cup race. They want everyone to remember to show good teamwork during this game and every game at Field Day. Next, you will see how to play the water cup race at Field Day. For the water cup race, you and your teammates will line up besides a pool filled with water. The first person in line will be given a cup with holes in it. When the parent volunteer tells you to start, the person with the cup will scoop the cup into the pool, run with the cup over their head and over to a bucket, and empty any remaining water into the bucket. They will then run back, pass it off to the next person, and he or she will scoop it into the pool, run with the cup of water over their head, and all the way to the bucket. Make sure to run with the cup over your head. And remember, the cup has holes in it, so water will be pouring all down your head and body as you run. There is one thing to remember. The pool, next to the pool, becomes very slippery during this game because water spills out real close to the pool. So be careful not to run when you're anywhere close to the pool. Take a step over the slippery area and then run, and then when you're running back, stop short before the pool and walk to hand it to the next person in line. This way we don't have anybody that falls and gets hurt. Your team will keep going until the parent volunteer tells you to stop. The team that wins will be the one with the most water in their bucket. Those are all the games we will play at Field Day. You are going to have fun and you are going to get wet, so get ready. And even though your team is competing against another team for every game at Field Day, the Project Team Field Day isn't about winning or losing. We have a motto that day.
If you had fun, you won.
Last thing, remember to show your team pride by wearing your colors. First grade, make sure you wear a shirt that is
Orange.
And second graders, make sure you wear a shirt that is
Blue.
That's it. We all can't wait to
See you on the field.